The goal of the ride was to prove that this Japanese motorcycle could run 1,000 miles without assistance and not break. We did this ride because Bill and I were both selling Honda motorcycles, and we knew that this would help us sell more of them to prove to people that it would do it. And the way to do this would to go over this very desolate land from the border at Tijuana to La Paz, which on the Auto Club map is 963 miles, close enough. The CL-7.2 and the CL-7.7, which was a later version, two or 3 years later, they were on the market from 62 through 67. In that period of time, they sold about 89,000 of those motorcycles in the U.S. We went in the third week of February with the full moon in 1962. People that witnessed this historic run and Honda Motor Company knew they needed proof that it was really done would have been the press. Joe Parkhurst was invited, the editor-publisher of Cycle World magazine, plus a freelance photographer by the name of Bob Grant. Unfortunately, the ranchos that we had chosen, and we couldn't move the ranchos, are 80 miles apart. The 5 or 6 of them in the middle, which we had to hit for fuel. And each rancho down there of that size has a landing strip. So that's what the airplanes met us with a 5-gallon container. The gas we used was their gas. It was Mexican, low octane, that they filtered through funnels so it would be clean gas into the motorcycles. And actually the gas stops took fully a half hour. That's why it took so darn long. One of the reasons. Bill and I hauled out down this road going into Santa Rosalia. We turned east, in the morning, and the sun's into our eyes, and whoa, let's shut these things down. Well, Bill didn't quite do that, and he's following the deepest tracks, and the deepest tracks took us right into the front yard of a home. Problem is, as they do in Mexico, they spring a wire across the entrance to their home. We ran back wheel to front wheel. We couldn't see. And Bill got caught on his neck by a wire, and it pulled him off the motorcycle, which is a good thing. It's either that or lose your head. And I saw that happen. I got my elbow up, and I caught the wire under my elbow and down my arm, and bled the bike off with my legs as it went on, and kind of guided it to where it laid easy. Bill slammed down pretty hard and broke the support on the rear fender. When you remove the rear fender on that model, you take away the protection that the air filter would get from the tires when they pick up stones and throw them up into the fender. These were being tossed into the air filter. One motorcycle didn't make it, one did, or make it complete, because both did make it. Bill ended up riding in on one cylinder, and we went the full length of Baja from Tijuana to the telegraph office in La Paz. It took us 39 hours, 56 minutes, telegraph office to telegraph office. The best part of this adventure, which it was, from my pure point of view, at the time was getting there. But looking back on it now, it was doing the whole darn thing and being the first one to do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here.